Kevin Akufo Taylor wakano ho biem oso oda odwene ho a onte ase it baby Akufo Addo is here the onyina yekode aba no ano ohyepa baby honorable Dr. Edutwum former education minister bi odwene esi bia de on share that proposal kode aba no ano ose nyina fa ensem a Rev Ntim Fordjour a oye former deputy minister for education obeka ye efa PTA ho its abolishment and its reintroduction ebusia Kevin Akufo Taylor on theater say Argentina Reverend Minister software mu a etwa ntrochere Ghana for so in fact wa be fire ne papa aha Penyah block media message say any dey mu obe like video no that one over subscribe button na na be click on the face na for no latest update na be kire wa yonde ama me e wo comment as message so baso a no a share video no nia so enya bi ahwe and it was called back at school there was something which is called Parents Teachers Association PTA its involvement in school na nice almost supporting school no with funds in case be a school no embark on any project we no be here supporter na PTA na etimi bem omutimi bem donations any other edeboa na nyina good actually even now there was PTA levies na etua no school mu every semester bia na say every term be school bia na wo kwa the PTA levy ebeko nyina na eboa ma school no omutimi sika kakra and supporting the schools developmental project any other things. Emma, when it comes to student discipline, so a PTA play role because net teacher for me organizing meeting with the the parents association. Na omunuma actually mo ebrabobonia enkrani bi bo ebe school na omubo ebiko ya wofo wonimu da say obakura tisme bi onum wi ba so ko PTA meeting a de a obenya obi tia na say oba we no ebra say no obo ni school mo no etimu oni nko no. But interestingly, on say MPP government but they didn't necessarily abolish it, but they reorganized it. Emma almost separate the parents association from the teachers. It's a PA. That means parent association. It's not they were not, having harmony with the teachers. They were not having meetings with the teachers. Everything they are concerning parents association involvement in school. It came at a hot. There's a barrier. Yeah, top of Mahama Erenia, or appointed Honorable Haruna Idris as education minister. And Honorable Ebeka say, also the PTA and Ebesa baby because a hotter than not Eboa. Emo and Rev Ntim Fordjour or your former education minister working with Honorable Dr. Edutwum here, education minister. Rev Ntim Fordjour Ebeka say, so be could not baby kase, ye MPP for ye cha. PTA mo enya no credit di bakro oboa eyentro na ade a ye wo mu ane se ye cancel the levies ye say PTA dues na nkula ni 20 school no eno no repenting for your children say omo free ho na Kevin Taylor hwedi no se dabi asem a repenting for your eken eye no nwanwa pa se reverend eye nyame nipa oye sofo no betimi gina Ghana fo anu wetwa ntro kese in fact Kevin Taylor abeke kanawa children team for guys e bi kra no enframa ni bia kofa Akufo Addo tin bia bi edwen no enframa ni bia kofa no.
Now Haruna Idris recently made a statement about PTA and yen nyina yenim how a PTA aboa schools ewo Ghana. Sibia teachers, any parents, schools, any parents are coming together. Sometimes financially they support schools, and we have seen awofo amaboa schools more. In fact, the impact of PTA. And I say how they have been able to help our educational. So when Nyabutra Obagin said the impact of PTA is small and yet very impactful. PTA, Parents Teacher Association, so collaboration from time I started in it has helped develop schools a lot. In fact, for some time now, you will say the parents they were taken out of our education, especially when it comes to senior high schools. It will point to be the parents did not have a say in our education. It became just the teachers and the government. Now, what was happening? They say the government was taking decisions for the teachers without the consent of the parents. I don't know who say school because the collaboration was between the government and the teachers. The parents who are going to object to decisions made by the government and the teachers, those parents were cut out because Akufo Addo MPP for the agenda 111 it wasn't an idea ever benefiting Ghana for Nkwara. It was a political thing. They just wanted to sell an idea, but implementing it practically, the news say so almost the parents ne kan ho sa agenda free SHS no implementing na enya papa no, the parents will speak. They deliberately decided to cut the parents out of our education when it comes to second cycle education, SS no. Free SHS no start here no, parents did not have a say. Parents bi ho a eduane e demand ba onim baby and bada onim omni access to day-to-day running of the schools. Akufo Addo ne some political headmasters, they were the ones running our education in the name of free SHS. Be say na ye man kura no kwasia aduane na ye feeding kura na e bi wu na the parents could not do anything because what Akufo Addo now buying a year and they say they cut the parents out. Haruna Idrisu came to power, obey education minister, and I'll catch a Ghana for say it will be very important to add parents to your school because I was say I go for who senior man day in day out the omudi the omobeshe baby omobeda and so omudi jare I was say I go for play a role and intina about 8 years ni NDC were opposition because we needed to review the free SHS because I'll see the teach our phone account. I was say adwenkyerɛ na yɛde yɛ ne yie nti time na John Mahama ne NDC Professor Nana Opoku Adwo eka review no, these were the things they were talking about. You cannot cut parents out of a child's education. They wanted the parents to be part of the education. Senebeya, they can also direct. Parents are omoboa teachers they are not taking control. They are just basically an advisory body. They help sometimes financially. PTA no edisika day at two schools schools no. So why would the government say we don't need parents to be part of our kids' education? In the Haruna Idrisu Beye education minister now say no. PTA to be reintroduced into our educational system. In the Haruna Idrisu catch a Ghana for dabi. The reason why Krampoti and free SHS engine and national say ye awo for the free mu into encourage be Krampoti no more respect on our phone because they saw say our phone did not have a say in their education. Normally say akora ko school na say ohuni ma me kura na ne papa wo school so oba PTA and no keke no onim say there's some supervision. Onim say the teacher ebetima report no. Onim say dey obi is in charge. The moment I be trust the kids feel say the parents do not have any control on the education. Into we say the school any enkorano any abano kwa na edili into akorane yare a awofo ni most akorane wu. Say school ni hospital papa clinic ni wo awofo na also omukasem me clinic papa e man korane nya good health care no awofo na etwa omagu na nkorane wu eduane na enye. See Haruna Idrisu aba and also no. We need to reintroduce because Akufo Addo Abino, they took out PTA, which was dangerous and which is still dangerous. Now, something has happened. They be American say MPP for Jimmy. MPP for almost followers, 90% of them they are foolish, they are ignorant. Majority are illiterate. MPP for party no in Penifone who say followers ne Jimmy, they know. After your market, when him say 90% of MPP followers on Jimmy, he knows. And they always feed them with idea be exciting. Now idea. You know Papa we on in a year MP or your former education minister, not a deputy or so your suffer. Yep, one of the dishonest nipa on kan okra was as we swa onyankopon eni so man space bia wo na hiniema ya sakwa we. On in a ma and the inkophobic setia Christosom or saso your suffer. One of the most despicable foolish men in Ghana today. I'll show you the reason why in Tiameka we were Jimmy for. He's not supposed to be entertained. I am ya say Obia ni ashane suffer on and I'm Ghana. No I'm the trim you fu no can kwasia. This guy was the deputy education minister. In kwasia course of Ghana nyina in kwara wo school. Yeah more poisoned rice. Any other dinner. This guy was supervising it. Akwa we so in Yaminipa. Now, Haruna Idrisu Beka say we need to bring back PTA quickly and a suffer convo we are on kind of cray. Or say nobody abolished PTAs. What we did was abolish PTA levies. Or see on the time and now or education minister on a country LED education they never abolished PTA. In fact, The Oma abolish here, they say they abolished PTA levies. We or American Muslim on we preko and preko kwine. Man kobi party ni wan kobi intiaka party ni wan sama eden na okebi. Also kwasia. Osi o PTA no Oma abolish. Na emom omu levies ni abolish and I'm say party ni wan kobi. Intiaka de si o party na so a eden na wanu dem. Wa also won we preko eden na onum preko kwine. Se PTA no wa abolish a then na PTA no abolish of levies no. Say we did not abolish the PTA, but we abolished their levies. The PTA basically they support the schools. In fact, unsasima yendin yaw. Say Kenya the financial supporter, any the advisory supporter PTA at the back schools now. We would have never considered PTA to be part of the school and I say building education in Ghana. The reason why we need PTA, there are so many reasons in here PTA. We need them at a point that schools need here financial help. Almost to step in, they pay, they help, they sustain. Almost here advisory help. PTA, I will follow to be TM, almost to the advice. So you cannot tell me say why you need second free. Why then? Why abolish levies? No, now PTA no abolish it. Now I'm not sure why this man is a liar. Here. You see this document. This is a statement. Council rejects Parents Association once PTA maintained. Where year 2024 January. Time omucha PTA muno. PTA council no eba out be kachira buying say. You guys should not take us out. We are part of education in Ghana. Into Usha. PTA for no crampo eba until we release this statement catch our buying and say you cannot cut us out of our kids' education. This story was reported by Air Joy on the 17th of January 2024. But Sa Kwana also a softphone catch Ghana for say Oma abolish PTA no shade. This is a Ghana Education Service document. Mummy read the document we na me mountia says Sa Papa na your friend of Fordjour said na or ye Asin South MP no. Or you're one of the most foolish people in this year that come back to parliament. On Senko for we know, I'm just a Ghana for Jimmy. Now, Mummy Uncle Ghana Education Service, did they basically take out PTA from from running our schools? Mummy Uncle document Ntim Fordjour. Now, this is what the document says, and this is a GES document. Who read the document? It says this: recent past developments. The Heads and Parents Teacher Associations, PTAs, had always collaborated in the past in the prioritization of projects and activities for execution in schools. It was, however, not until 2013 that schools' heads were made signatories to PTA accounts. The latter opinions. Sorry, let me take this again. The Heads and Parents Teacher Associations, PTAs, had always collaborated in the past in the prioritization of projects and activities for executions in schools. It was, however, not until 2013 that school heads were made signatories to PTA accounts following recommendation by the Auditor General. In the latest opinion, PTA funds remained public funds and needed to be subject to audit. Prior to this, PTAs operated their own accounting systems without references to the school's head. This created serious financial challenges in some schools. It is in light of this that heads were directed by the Auditor General and the Director General of Ghana Education Service to get involved in the management of the finances of the PTAs to restore sanity. Now, so who read it document, this is what you see. In the recent past, there have been some developments within the operations of PTAs which thwarted government's effort at ensuring universal access to education, specifically at the senior high school level. These have been related to imposition of levies which have led to the denial of some students access to academic work or school facilities and structure by virtue of some parents either refusing or unable to contribute to the activities of PTAs. Some PTAs instituted outrageous levies which sought to defeat the purpose for which the free SHS policy was introduced. In the same vein, the PTA levies affected the free compulsory basic education, that's FCUB, policy at the basic school level. It made some children to drop out of school as a result of the inability of their parents to pay such levies. Now, in response to these developments, the management of Ghana Education Service, and that is the part that we have actually marked red. So part now I'm marking red now. This is what it says. In response to these developments, the management of Ghana Education Service, and this is what it says. A, suspended the imposition of levies in all schools. B, directed the reorganization of parent-teachers associations to parent-teachers parent associations, that is, to limit the involvement of management and staff of the schools. Management has therefore developed the PA guidelines as follows. Now, what they did, MPP Abandon say, one, like the guy said, or say, they did what? They suspended the imposition of levies in all schools. Into PTA levies, and they went on to do what? They directed the reorganization of Parents Teachers Association, that is PTAs, to Parent Association. So what they did was, after they took away the levies, they also stripped the Parents Teachers Association. They took the parents out and make it they took the teachers out and make it only Parent Association. So there was no collaboration between the parents, the teachers. What the Akufo Addo government and the country and the Fordjour and they say, levies free or and they strategically they separated the teachers from the parents. Into the parents did not have a say when the government and the teachers took decisions. Technically, you as a government, you have taken out the parents. In the Saukachem say, you directed the reorganization of Parents Teachers Association, PTAs, to Parent Association. Then you are trying to tell me, say, the collaboration between teachers and parents, you have taken it away. You are basically making them independent. You are making them autonomous. Now they cannot collaborate to basically get to that point whereby they can both come to a conclusion about the kids, their future. Into say Haruna Idrisika say he wants to reintroduce PTA. He wants to bring teachers and parents together to think and come up with solutions that will help the education of the kids. You cannot take levies and you cannot separate the teachers from the parents. What you need to do is, if even you take the levies out, the parents and teachers are supposed to be thinking together. They are supposed to collaborate to get to the bottom of problems and also get solutions to problems. Inti Saukachem say you did not scrap PTR, then you are basically lying to the Ghanaian people. If you did not have any problem with Parents Teachers Association, then why did you reorganize it? Because when you reorganize something, it means its original form was not right. You did not like it. For when you review education, it means there's something being done which isn't right, that needs to be corrected. If you reorganize, then it means in its original form, you did not like it. You want it to be done in a different way, and that is what we are talking about to say. It means that during the MPP era, PTA, Mugu, and Haruna Idrisu NDC for say they are going to bring the PTA back. There should be a collaboration between teachers and parents. The money aspect is one thing, but when the teachers and parents don't have a collaboration, they cannot reason together. They cannot think about the kids, their education. Then that disconnects, and then the enquirano sebio omutumia di omoye. It is very important to say, politicians, as a political party and as a politician, about enquire education, you are not supposed to play politics with it. These are the documents. What actually caused the redirection? What made you people reorganize? What caused the reorganization? One way levies nephew. Why don't you keep the name? Why don't you keep the PTA? Why do you take teachers out of the Parents Association? Because you don't want the parents to have direct influence and direct access to education. Into the NDC say they are bringing PTA. I was say awofo no any teachers no esia discuss omunkwara no education. Into say what to say sa papa we sa man we ojina TV so catch will say PTA no MPP time omo ntwema oye sofo kromfo mo china mo hwe nasum mo china mo hwe nasum mumbusa ne say. So if you reorganized, what made you reorganize? Because you cannot change something from its original form when you don't have a problem with it. You had a problem with it, that's why you reorganized it. What was the problem? You didn't want the parents to be complaining about the bad food. You didn't want the parents to be telling Ghana for say you didn't want the parents to tell Ghana for say Akufo Addo's free SHS is bad. So you blacked out the parents. Now deliberate almost share that because no one per se parents ebenya control of omunkwara education. That is why under Akufo Addo any MPP free SHS the awofo no omuni say they deliberately took out PTA. Senka PTA very effective and can kwasia de ehu no under Akufo Addo eye free SHS nka ehu enkwara di poison rice and can see. But because they knew what they were doing business with our kids, they took the parents out and they said, say, parents association and then teachers. You don't do that. The teachers and parents are supposed to work together at the end of the day, find solutions to problems. And that is what Haruna Idrisu and the NDC are saying. NDC for say they want to be part of Oba school. How Oba yebe raising obedi the welfare any other it's important. Wait on yourself, Papa.
Comment section. Esma Kevin Taylor Kanye, what is your view and what is your take on that? Now, some so Rev Ntim Fordjour, former Deputy Minister for Education, I can say, and PTA, they just abolished the levy. What is your view on that? Comment section. I have Penyah Block Media.